starting the stream. I'm starting the stream. So, reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 3, verse number 11. Shambaram dvividam banam muram balvalamevacha anyamscha dantavakradi avadhikamscha ghatayat. Shambaram, Shambara, Dvividam, Dvivida, Banam, Bana, Muram, Mura, Balvalam, Balvala, Evacha, as also, Anyan, others, Cha, also, Dantavakra Adim, like Dantavakra and others. Avadhit, kill, Kancha, and many others, Ghatayat, caused to be killed. Translation by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanarvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Of kings like Shambara, Dvivida, Bana, Mura, Balvala, and many other demons such as Dantavakra, some he killed himself and some he caused to be killed by others, Sri Baladeva, etc. Please repeat. Of kings like Shambara, Dvivida, Bana, Mura, Balvala, and many other demons, such as Dantavakra, some he killed himself, and some he caused to be killed by others, Sri Baladeva, etc. Go to the next verse, verse number 12. Athate bhratraputranam akshayo patitan nrupan chachala bhu kurukshetram yesham apatatam balaihi. Translation. Then, O Vidura, the Lord caused all the kings, both the enemies and those on the side of your fighting nephews, to be killed in the battle of Kurukshetra. All those kings were so great and strong that the earth seemed to shake as they traversed the warfield. Also go to verse number 13. Sakarna dushasana saubaranam kumantrapakena hatashriyayusham suyodhanam sanucharam shayanam bhagnormurvyam nanananda pashyan. Translation. Duryodhana was bereft of his fortune and duration of life because of the intricacy of ill advice given by Karna, Dushasana, and Saubala. When he lay on the ground with his followers, his thighs broken, although he was powerful, the Lord was not happy to see the scene. Purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanarvind Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Purport. The fall of Duryodhana, the leading son of Dhritarashtra, was not pleasing to the Lord, although he was on the side of Arjuna, and it was he who advised Bhima how to break the ties of Duryodhana while the fight was going on. The Lord is constrained to award punishment upon the wrongdoer, but he is not happy to award such punishments because the living entities are originally his parts and parcels. He is harder than the thunderbolt for the wrongdoer and softer than the rose for the faithful. The wrongdoer is misled by bad associates and by ill advice, which is against the established principles of the Lord. To live by the principles laid down by the Lord and not disobey his established laws, which are enunciated in the Vedas and the Puranas for the forgetful living entities. Om Ajnanatirandhasya Jnananjana Sharakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamahyam Dadati Sapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Udra Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagajatam Sagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajiv Sadekam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Taptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namne push inside. Namaste Saraswate Devi Bhagavani Prajakya this also. Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Laka Nishatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare.
So, thank you again. We are continuing our Srimad Bhagavatam. Last
3 verses 11, 12, 13.
well,
3 verses 11, 12, 13.
let's go to the 3:13.
Yes, 3:13.
So you can see here the popular question. Why the Lord created the universe, put all the living entities and make them suffer? Yes? Some people say this, right? Is it not?
Yes.
Why the Lord is so unkind that He put all the living entities here and make them suffer? Yes? Is it? So to answer this question, we go to 3:21:20.
3:21, 20. My dear Lord, although it is not your desire, you manifest this creation of gross and subtle elements just for our sensual satisfaction. Let your causeless mercy be upon us, for you have appeared before us in your eternal form, adorned with a splendid wreath of tulsi leaves.
So you see here, although it is not your desire, is that? Huh? Although it's not your, you manifest the creation of gross and subtle elements just for our sensual satisfaction. So the Lord is manifesting this, but it's not His desire. His material manifestation is not that He happily desires this material world. Yes? Certain. But the Lord is not happy in creating this material world. Understand? Huh? Next verse. I'm sorry. 5:18:38.
O Lord, you do not desire the creation, maintenance, or annihilation of this material world, but you perform these activities for the conditioned souls by your creative energy. Exactly as a piece of iron moves under the influence of a lodestone, inert matter moves when you glance over the total material energy. Purport. Sometimes the question arises why the Supreme Lord has created this material world which is so full of suffering for the living entities entrapped in it. The answer given herein is that the Supreme Personality of Godhead does not wish to create this material world just to inflict suffering upon the living entities. The Supreme Lord creates His world only because the conditioned souls want to enjoy it.
That He created this world only because of us. We want to enjoy the material world separately from the
Lord.
In other words, we want to play the role of the Lord. So because we want to do that, we are put into extreme distress. Because to enjoy material world separately from the Lord, there's no happiness. In fact, he says this material world is the
Place of suffering.
source of more misery. Where is that?
Dukhalim Shashwat.
So you see here this material
Mamupeत्य पुनर्जन्म दुःखालयम शाश्वतम् नाप्नुवन्ति महात्मानः संसिद्धिं परमां गताः. After attaining me, the great souls who are yogis in devotion never return to this temporary world which is full of miseries because they have attained the highest perfection.
so that this material is full of
Miseries.
Another place also he says that this place is full of misery and is temporal in the Bhagavad Gita. Do you know where it is? Here it is very easy verse, everybody knows, Dukale Masasa. There's another place he also says.
Anityam Asukham.
Yeah.
Anityam Asukham.
Another place also he says the same thing. 933. Same thing. Yes. Anitya means what?
Temporary.
Asukha means?
Full of miseries. Miseries.
So the same thing, this is a temporary and miserable.
Yes.
You understand?
How much more this is so of the righteous Brahmanas, the devotees and saintly kings. Therefore, having come to this temporary, miserable world, engage in loving service unto me.
So you see that the Lord is not happy in creating this material world. People think that the Lord is very unkind. It's not we read that why make us suffer. Yes? It's not that the desire of the Lord to do this. Just like Duryodhana broke his hip and the Lord actually he taught Bhima what to do, correct? And Bhima was fighting with Duryodhana and they were fighting for a long time. And then the Lord was doing this, slapping his thigh. Yes, Mahabharata.
Yeah.
And then the Bhima got the hints, okay, the thigh. Duryodhana and then Duryodhana, But the Lord is not happy that Duryodhana, you read this now, correct?
Yeah.
He's not happy that Duryodhana broke his jaw and suffering, not that he's clapping overjoyed. Huh? No. You understand? So, why the Lord has done this? What's the question? Huh? 5:15. Bhagavad Gita.
Nor does the Supreme Lord assume anyone's sinful or pious activities, however, are bewildered because of the ignorance which covers their real knowledge.
So you see, nor does the Lord, the Supreme Lord, assume anyone's sinful. Your what? Your karma. Huh? Embodied beings, however, bewildered because of the ignorance that covers the real knowledge. So when you do some sinful activities, the Lord is not responsible for that, just as much as a judge. When he passes a sentence, he is not implicated. Correct? If the judge hangs someone or rewards someone with a huge amount of money, the judge is not implicated. Correct? The responsibility is in the living entity. You follow? So Duryodhana's action was basically due to his wrongdoings. As you read in the purport, by the ill advice of Karna, Dushasana and Sakuni. Yes? So he listened to this wrong advice and he got it. Good? Come. Is it not? So sometimes the question is asked about why the Lord is so partial. He supports all the demigods and he always against the demon. What a question. 711. Bhagavatam, you see, the same point is raised.
Inquired, my dear Brahmana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu, being everyone's well-wisher, is equal and extremely dear to everyone. How then did he become partial, like a common man, for the sake of Indra, and thus kill Indra's enemies? How can he be partial to some and inimical toward others?
Question. Yes?
Yes.
Did you ever see this question?
No.
So you see, this is how to learn Bhagavatam, correct? Listen. So why the Lord is, he says in the Bhagavad Gita, when he said, Samaham Sarva Bhutanam, what is that verse?
Name Deshyosti na priya.
Huh?
Samaham sarva bhuteshu name Deshyosti na priya.
9, 27 is it? Is it 9:27 or 9:28?
No, not 9:27.
9:29. Samaham Sarva Bhutanam.
Yes. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshyosti na priya. Ye bhajanti tu mam bhaktya maite teshu chapyaham. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all. But whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, and I am also a friend to him.
So this is the distinction. Anyone who renders service to him, then the Lord is good. You understand? Go back to 7:12.
Lord Vishnu himself, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the reservoir of all pleasure. Therefore, what benefit would he derive from siding with the demigods? What interest would he fulfill in this way? Since the Lord is transcendental, why should he fear the asuras and how could he be envious of them?
So you see the point? Right? Why this partiality? Right? He should be neutral, not implicated. Correct? Huh? The next verse.
O greatly fortunate and learned Brahmana, whether Narayana is partial or impartial has become a subject of great doubt. Kindly dispel my doubt with positive evidence that Narayana is always neutral and equal to everyone.
Good. Yeah. Next.
The great sage Shukadeva Goswami said, "My dear king, you have put before me an excellent question. Discourses concerning the activities of the Lord, in which the glories of his devotees are also found, are extremely pleasing to devotees. Such wonderful topics always counteract the miseries of the materialistic way of life. Therefore, great sages like Narada always speak upon Srimad Bhagavatam because it gives one the facility to hear and chant about the wonderful activities of the Lord. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto Sri Vyasadeva and then begin describing topics concerning the activities of Lord Hari. The Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu is always transcendental into material qualities, and therefore he is called Nirguna or without qualities. Because he is unborn, he does not have a material body to be subjected to attachment and hatred. Although the Lord is always our material existence, through his spiritual potency, he appeared and acted like an ordinary human being, accepting duties and obligations apparently like a conditioned soul.
So you see here, the Lord has got no
Material qualities.
Sanskrit. Nirgunopi ya ajo yatto Bhagavan prakriti paraha Swamaya gunam avishya badya vada sutam. So this is again also explained in the Bhagavad Gita. You know where it is? Yeah? Do you know? No. Huh? No. You know where that? Huh? So you go to 7:12, Bhagavad Gita. You must remember all these verses. See here. Let me chant that.
ये चैव सात्विका भावा राजसास्तां तामसाश्च ये मत्त एवेति तान् विद्धि न त्वहं तेषु ते मयि. Know that all states of being, be they of goodness, passion or ignorance, are manifested by my energy. I am, in one sense, everything, but I am independent. I am not under the modes of material nature, for they, on the contrary, are within me.
That I am not in the modes of material. On the contrary, they are within me. Understand? So the Lord is not implicated by the three modes. Arihi, Nirguna, Satya, Purusha, Pakite, Para. Understand? Next verse. No, 7:13.
Oh, 7:13. Okay. त्रिभिर्गुणमयैर्भावैरेभिः सर्वमिदं जगत् मोहितं नाभिजानाति मामेभ्यः परमव्ययम्. Deluded by three modes, goodness, passion and ignorance, the whole world does not know me, who am above the modes and inexhaustible.
Again, the Lord is saying,
Above the modes.
I am above the mode. I am not in the three modes. I am above the mode. You follow? So the question was that if the Lord is above the moon, why he became partial? Yes? Right. Is the question. So not only here, many places it explained that the Lord is beyond the three most beautiful natures. 1088, 5.
हरिर्हि निर्गुणः साक्षात् पुरुषः प्रकृतेः परः स सर्वदृक् उपदृष्टा तं भजन् निर्गुणो भवेत्. Lord Hari, however, has no connection with the material modes. He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the all-seeing eternal witness, who is transcendental to material nature. One who worships him becomes similarly free from the material modes.
So that's another point made here. One who worships him similarly become
Free from the material modes.
See this point? Understand? So then if it's beyond the moon, why he accepts partially? Why? The question, go back to 713, 715. Okay, 716,
Yeah. Finish reading sentences.
next one.
Yeah. My dear King Parikshit, the material qualities Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna, and Tamo Guna all belong to the material world and do not even touch the Supreme Personality of God. These three gunas cannot act by increasing or decreasing simultaneously.
So why these three gunas are what? So these three gunas cannot act by increasing or decreasing simultaneously. What does that mean? What does that mean? Hello? What does that mean when the three gunas cannot act by increasing or decreasing simultaneously?
Even if the gunas effect increases, it does not affect the Lord because the Lord is transcendental to the.
How does it increase or decrease?
Because these are managed by the different demigods, right? Not the same demigod.
Because of what?
It's managed differently, right? By different demigods.
Can you go to 1410 Bhagavad Gita?
Rajastamascha vibhuya sattvam bhavati bharata rajasattvam tamaschaiva tamasattvam rajastatha. Sometimes the mode of goodness becomes prominent, defeating the modes of passion and ignorance, O son of Bharata. Sometimes the mode of passion defeats goodness and ignorance, and other times ignorance defeats goodness and passion. In this way, there is always competition for supremacy.
You understand? You understand? So there is always increasing and decreasing. So every time the modes are always trying to gain dominance, yes, or supremacy. You understand? So therefore there is increasing and, like now in the morning we woke up in the morning, that's beyond the modes, transcendental. But now the what? The sun has come. So what mode is it now?
Passion.
Huh? Passion is increasing. Is it not? Goodness has decreased. Correct? Yes. So one is increasing and
Other is decreasing.
understand? Then in the what? Evening time, what will happen? Ignorance will stop. Correct? Impassioned. Yes. So you see how the modes are acting according to the thing we covered that there are 10 places that the modes will act accordingly. You know where is it? I showed the words.
Water.
Where is that? 1, 11, 13. I read it. So, so they are also not only they act on the time here according to time now we just disguise time, but they also act on quality of
Water.
religious scripture. They act on what?
Quality of religious scripture.
There is scriptures in the mode of goodness, the scripture in the mode of
Passion.
passion, and there are scriptures in the mode of
Ignorance.
right? And water, I also described the last time in the last class, right? Water is the goodness. What is that? Ganges water is the transcendental. And then you have water passionate. What is that?
Soda.
Soda. And then you have water in ignorance. What is that water? Huh?
Liquor.
Alcohol, yeah. Ignorance. You see? And then association with one children. Children can be what? Vanna Shankara, what? Ignorance. Devotees are
Goodness.
and demons are
Passion.
passion. And with people in there. People are also like that. People are what?
Predominant. Goodness, passion, ignorance.
Some people are in the mode of goodness, some people in the mode of
Passion.
the Brahmanas are in the mode of
Goodness.
and the
Kshatriyas.
Kshatriya and Vaishya, they mixed. Kshatriya are mixed with
Passion. Goodness and passion.
goodness and passion. Vaishya are mixed with
Passion and ignorance.
and Sudra
Ignorance.
completely. You see? You understand? So there's mixing everywhere. Particular place. What is the place of goodness?
Forest.
Huh?
Forest.
Forest. And then passion,
City.
city, ignorant.
Brothel.
Where is ignorant?
Brothel.
Brothel. And activity, birth, meditation, chanting, mantra also there is what? Mantra what? Mantra in goodness, mantra in passion, and mantra in ignorance. That they do mantra to curse someone.
Tantric.
Tantric
Black
mantra, the black magic is in the mode of
Ignorance.
so and what? And purificatory ritual. So that also there. Some people doing tantric rites, some people are passionate thing. Correct? Going to God asking for what? Material benefit is what? Prayer in the mode of passion. And transcendental. Transcendental means more goodness means asking for the favor of service to the Lord. Yes. And finally the mode of nature the modes of nature become differently prominent. So accordingly the modes they take control. Oh. So this point, can you go to the next verse in 7:1? 7:1 what? 8?
Yeah. When the quality of goodness is prominent, the sages and demigods flourish with the help of that quality, with which they are infused and surcharged by the Supreme Lord. Similarly, when the mode of passion is prominent, the demons flourish, and when ignorance is prominent, the yakshas and rakshasas flourish. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is present in everyone's heart, fostering the reactions of Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna, and Tamo Guna.
This verse is also there in the Gita. You know where? Huh? Where is this verse in the Gita? No, I should have read it. Huh? Where? One more. 17:4. So you see, you should memorize this thing.
यजन्ते यक्षरक्षांसि राजसा प्रेतान् भूतगणांश्चान्ये यजन्ते तामसा जनाः. Men in the mode of goodness worship the demigods, those in the mode of passion worship the demons, and those in the mode of ignorance worship ghosts and spirits.
The same thing, is it not? Yes?
Yes.
Correct? But they are all under the control of the law. It's not that they are there, they are independent, no. Madhyekshana pari charana. What is that word? Hello? Huh? What word is that? Madhyek? Huh? 9, 10. Hello?
मयाध्यक्षेण प्रकृते सूयते सचराचरं हेतुनानेन कौन्तेय जगद्विपरिवर्तते.
I think you chant and then everyone repeat and they will remember. When you chant and they will, then how they will learn? When you chant, everyone chant. Then they will. Correct? Go.
मयाध्यक्षेण प्रकृतिः सूयते सचराचरं हेतुनानेन कौन्तेय जगद्विपरिवर्तते.
Read the English also, everyone repeat. Huh?
This material nature, which is one of my energies, is working under my direction, O son of Kunti, producing all moving and non-moving beings. Under its rule, this manifestation is created and annihilated again and again.
So that's now we read that the Lord is in charge of the three modes of the two natures. Correct? And it's not that the Maya is in charge. It's not that one. Maya, no? Maya cannot act independently. It's also the same point in the Brahma Samhita. It's always quoted by Prabhu.
So what is that? Srishti sthiti pralaya sadhana shakti rekha. Srishti sthiti pralaya sadhana shakti rekha.
So take up. So you also learn.
सृष्टि स्थिति प्रलय साधन शक्ति रेखा छायेव यस्य भुवनानि बिभर्ति दुर्गा इच्छानुरूपमपि यस्य च चेष्टते सा गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. The external potency Maya, who is of the external potency Maya, who is of the nature of the shadow of the Chit potency, is worshipped by all people as Durga, the creating, preserving, and destroying agency of this mundane world. I adore the primeval Lord Govinda, in accordance with whose will Durga conducts herself.
Especially now, you know, the heaven is Navaratri.
Durga Puja.
Huh? And they portray what? Durga is what? A chief. Yes? Correct? So here you see how she is like Chaya. Chaya means what?
Shadow.
And shadow cannot be independent. Can there be any shadow independent? Huh? Huh? You understand this point? So you must know the answers to this. Maya cannot act on her own. You go back to 5:18:38. See here, Maya, go down to two verses there. One is from CC, yeah? Go there, CC. That's where it is. 6:18. I think they want to above that. No. Where are you going?
This is Adi 618. The CC was right.
So you can read this one.
Although the Samkhya philosophy accepts that the material ingredients are the cause, the creation of the world never arises from dead matter.
So Maya cannot create by her own. Maya is what? Dead man. There's two verses. No?
Yeah. This second, 19.
19, where are you going? You're going to another one. 18 and 19 together, you know. Hello. You go
Yeah,
back
this
there, you go back to that verse.
Okay.
Alright, you just don't flip anywhere, just read this.
Okay. Atheistic Sankhya philosophers think that the total material energy causes the cosmic manifestation, but they are wrong. Dead matter has no moving power, and therefore it cannot act independently. The Lord infuses the material ingredients with His own creative potency. Then, by the power of the Lord, matter moves and interacts.
See that? Huh? You understand? Matter is what? Dead. Unless the Lord infuses, then it can. In the Bhagavad Gita also he said that. You know where? Huh? Do you know the Bhagavad Gita he also said this? Yeah? Huh?
Maya dadamidam sarvam jagadavyak murtina matsthani sarvabhutani nami teshu avastitani.
Yes?
He's saying Maya dadamidam sarvam jagadavyak murtina. That was
What is it?
Maya dadamidam sarvam jagadavyak murtina.
You see in 7:4 Bhagavad Gita, what Krishna says, Bhumi Apo Anavavāyu Kam Mano Buddhi Evacha. Correct? This is my Bina Aspita. Paskirti, these are my separate
Energies.
correct? You see that? Yes or no? Dinam Prakriti Astada. Yes? Read this.
Bhumirapo nalo vayu Khammano buddhirevacha Ahankara iti yamme Bhinna prakritir ashtadha. Translation: Earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. All together, these eight constitute my separated material energies.
Next verse.
Apareyam nityastvanyam Prakritim vidhi me param Jiva bhutam mahabaho Yayedam dharyate jagat Besides these,
Besides this,
O mighty armed Arjuna,
mighty armed Arjuna,
there is another
there is another
superior energy of mind
superior energy of mind
which comprises the living
which
entities
comprises living entities
who are exploiting the resources of this
who are exploiting the resources of this
material inferior nature.
material and inferior nature.
So here you see, because the living entities are put into the material bodies created by material nature, because of the presence of that Jivatma, then the bodies can, what? Correct? Yes or no? So when the soul is out of the body, then the body again becomes alone. Yes or no? Yes? So you see here, because of the living entity being put into the material. So Maya is what? Go back to that 518 year again. Go down below. Another point here. See here, 5, 59, 61.
Because Prakriti, material nature, is dull and inert, it cannot actually be the cause of the material world. Lord Krishna shows his mercy by infusing his energy into the dull, inert material nature. Thus, Prakriti, by the energy of Lord Krishna, becomes the secondary cause, just as iron becomes red hot by the energy of fire. Therefore, Lord Krishna is the original cause of the cosmic manifestation. Prakriti is like the nipples on the neck of a goat, for they cannot give any milk.
You understand this verse? Huh? Akirti is what? Done because of the presence of the soul. You understand? I told you. You understand? So therefore, the Lord is actually the director of the three modes of material. Because three modes means material. Devi is a gunamaya. Devi is a gunamaya. So Devi has got this guna. What is this guna? Sattva, Rajagun. So these gunas are Devi under the control of the material nature. You follow? So under the influence of the material nature, the living entity, God, they get bewildered. You get what? Pakiti Kiryamanani Gunai Karmani Sarvasha. Yes? So you see the distinction. The Lord is not bewildered. Virat. Correct? The Lord is not. But the, you understand this point? Hello? Don't know this verse.
The verse I don't know the number.
327, Prabhu, this should be in the fingertips. Remember this.
Prakrite kriyamānāni
Prakrite kriyamānāni
gunai karmāni sarvashah
gunai karmāni sarvata
ahankara vimūಢātmā
ahankara vimūಢātmā
kartāham niti manyate.
kartāham iti manyate.
The spirit soul,
The spirit soul,
bewildered by the influence of false ego,
bewildered by the influence of false ego,
thinks himself the doer of activities
thinking himself the doer of activities
that are in actuality carried out
that are in actuality carried out
by the three modes of material nature.
by the three modes of material nature.
So the living entity becomes what? Bewildered. But the Lord is not bewildered. Not only because of influence of force, you think that he is a doer, then you go to 3, 3, 5. He's not that he becomes influence and doer. Actually, he's forced. You see here, 3, 5, Bhagavad Gita.
verse. न हि कश्चित् क्षणम् अपि जातु तिष्ठत्य कर्मकृत् कार्यते ह्यवशः कर्म सर्वप्रकृतिजैर्गुणैः. Everyone is forced to act helplessly according to the qualities he has acquired from the modes of material nature. Therefore, no one can refrain from doing something, not even for a moment.
See that? This is the position of the love. Huh? So Maya is completely wrapped there. You know why? Again, you can go to 6,154 Madhya. This is from Vishnu Purana. No? Okay.
विष्णु शक्ति परा प्रोक्ता क्षेत्रज्ञाख्या तथा परा अविद्या कर्म संज्ञान्या तृतीया शक्तिरिष्यते. Eternal potency of the Supreme Lord Vishnu is spiritual as verified by the Shastras. There is another spiritual potency known as Kshetrajna or the living entity. The third potency, which is known as nescience, makes the living entity godless and fills him with fruitive activity.
Okay. So there are 3 energies. One is what?
Antaranga Shakti. Antaranga Shakti.
Antaranga or internal or the spiritual.
Potencies.
Then the next one?
Bahiranga Shakti.
The Bahiranga or the
External.
external energy. And then the third one?
Tatastha Shakti.
The Tasha Shakti, which is
Marginal potency.
You see this point here. The spiritual energy of the Lord cannot be covered by
Material.
Maya. But the living entity who is in the marginal potency gets covered by
Man.
how he can also be liberated also. So when he gets covered, the 2 functions happen. Maya makes him what?
Prakshepatmika, avarnatmika.
Makes him what? Godless. Huh? And make him work like an ass. What is that?
Look like an ass.
2 things. Understand? That's how Maya put the living. So working like an ass does not be right. Yes? He is forced to act. That's not Bhagavad Gita. Yes? He cannot stay quiet at any moment. Correct? Is it not? So you see, the Lord, by the influence of the modes of nature, under his direction, is making the living entity either be in the mode of goodness, the mode of passion, or the mode
Ignorance.
yes. So of course, if he goes in the mode of passion and ignorance, he becomes what? Godless. And we also read, even if you are in the mode of goodness, Maya is always trying to what?
Capture.
Huh?
Capture us.
Ah. You understand? This is also explained in another place, 7:15:42. That doesn't mean that because you're in the mood of goodness, you become completely free, you know. Huh? You follow? No. 43. 43, 44. Yeah. Can you read it, please? In the conditioned state, can you read?
In the conditioned stage, one's conceptions of life are sometimes polluted by passion that are exhibited by attachment, hostility, greed, lamentation, illusion, fear, madness, false prestige, insults, fault finding, deception, envy, intolerance, passion, bewilderment, hunger, and sleep.
So you see this, all these are
Enemies,
This is the mode of
passion,
passion.
and ignorance.
You saw that word just now? All these bad qualities, hostility, greed, lamentation, illusion, fear, madness, false prestige, insult. So the word fault finding? Huh? Deception. What is the meaning of deception? Huh? What is it? Deceiving. Deceiving is what? Not speaking truth. Lying. Yes?
Cheat.
Correct? Envy, intolerance, passion, bewilderment, hunger and sleep. All these are enemies. You understand? Sometimes you can read. Sometimes one's conceptions are also polluted by.
Goodness.
So goodness is not. What is the pollution of goodness?
Pride.
Overly thinking you are right. Proud. Yes? Better than others. Huh? You are high class. You are low class. Yeah? Correct? So you understand this. Therefore goodness is also not a very good friend. It's not transcendental. So unless you then you are free from good. Just now we read how to come to transcendental quality. Huh? Hari Nirguna Prakriti Purusha Prakriti Paraha. Correct? So similarly, anyone who surrenders the Lord, he also transcends the, he develops also the qualities of the Yasya Vibhakti Bhagavati Akin. You know where that was? You know where? So the devotee, they develop all the good qualities of the demigods. Yes? See that? Hello, 5, 18, 12. Come on. You must be in the head by now, this verse. Chant.
यस्यास्ति भक्तिर्भगवत्य किंचना सर्वैर्गुणैस्तत्र समासते सुराः हरावभक्तस्य कुतो महद्गुणा मनोरथेनासति धावतो बहिः.
See here, this word, Sanskrit. There's two sections here. The two. First section is describing the qualities of one who is a devotee. Yes? Yes? Correct? The second is describing our non-devotee. You see the word abhakta? Abhakta means what?
Non-devotee.
And a non-devotee is riding on the mano. Mano means what?
Mind.
Ratha means what?
Chariot.
Huh?
Chariot.
See, Mano Ratha. You see the word? Mano Ratha means he's riding on the chariot now. Correct? He cannot get any. Are you following this thing? Very clear. In other words, if you are on your mental platform or material platform or your non-devotee, you cannot get any. Only the devotees can get good. Not even the I already explained that. Not even the worshippers of demigods. You follow? Are you following? You understand? So this word is very, very important. This is quoted by Prabhupada many, many times. So you must know, sometimes people say that they are morally very upright. Huh? Even you can be morally upright, you still cannot get any what? Good quality. You understand? Huh? Are you following? So it's not that it is a question of moral or immoral, it's a question of being a devotee or non-devotee. Especially if you are a devotee, you transcend the three modes of Brahma Bhuta. You come to the Brahma Bhuta. If you do not surrender to the Lord, you cannot come to the Brahma Bhuta. Mam cha vyabhacharena bhakti yogena sevate saguna samajitaitan Brahma Bhuyaya kalpate. Yes? You understand? Unless you perform devotional service, you cannot transcend the modes of material. Understand this point? It is clear. Right? So, this is how a person transcends and develops. But if you just merely stay in the mode of goodness, you can be still become polluted by the mode of passion and ignorance. That's why you see many people who are born in this Brahmanical family, they are all subject to contamination. Yes? Correct? Yes or no? They become meat eaters, fish eaters, egg eaters, coffee, tea. Yes? And then they say, oh, we are pure vegetarian. You are pure vegetarian? Are you taking some coffee, tea? No, you are taking coffee. Morning, that's the first thing. What do you do? Yes? Understand? And coffee tea is what? Under classified under what?
Passion.
Huh?
Passion.
No, it's intoxication. It was? Understand? There are four things that contaminated. You say, where? Where you say it is contaminated? Hello? Where? Where is the word that shows these are not good contamination? Huh? Where? Hello? 117:38. Yatra adharmascha stri suna juta pana chato jutam pana stri suna yatra adharmas chatur vida. You understand this? You must know this because you are telling people, correct? You cannot do this. Where?
Four related principles.
Where? Hello? Where? Yes? So you must know this place. Where is it?
117.
Huh? 117? How come you don't text on the how to learn this thing like that?
117.
Is that it? So you must be able to explain that. You follow? So there is no question of being pure if you are doing some intoxication. Yes? Correct? Yes or no? How in the Bhagavad Gita is also there? Where in the Gita? Where is it in the Gita? Hello? Let's say where in the Bhagavad Gita meat eating is not said?
Is it like what the first number, but it has Ahimsa.
Ahimsa, what is there? What word, specific word is mentioned? The six. That like translation specific word is there, which is ahimsa. Something like the mention.
Qualities of
I'm sure it's a broad word. Non-violence. I am not committing violence. If somebody is killing, so what?
One person.
I am only eating.
even the one who is eating.
Specifically where the word meat there. 3:30. Because the word ahimsa means you cannot commit violence. Yes. But here it says, can you chant it?
Yajñashishtāshinas santo मुच्यन्ते सर्वकिल्बिषैः भुञ्जते ते त्वघं पापा ये पचन्त्यात्मकारणात्. The devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins because they eat food which is offered first for sacrifice.
This is the point. They offer food for sacrifice. Then you can say, but you can offer meat, fish, egg, you know. Right? Can you see? What's wrong? No food. Yeah? How you argue?
Krishna says, Patram pushpam phalam toyam. So that
The Lord says, Patram Pushpam,
phalam toyam.
but he never asked for rice, dal, where you give it all. So where is it said that you give rice, dal, and all this where? He only give Patram and Pushpam and Palam and Toyam, that's it. Every day we eat what? Some leaf, huh? Some water. So where is it stated? Again, question? Huh?
Particular list is there. What Vishnu Bhagavad tells about that particular list is there. What can we what we can offer?
Where? You can always say in the Bhagavatam this that way.
I had the lecture.
They won't believe you. They won't. Correct? Yes? 11, 27, 18, 19. 18, 19, 19.
Yeah.
Next verse. No. Can you go back? 17.
Palatable foods.
Can you go one verse up? Okay. Go down. 19, huh? 11,
34.
34. Oh, 11, 17, 34. Oh.
Yeah. Within his means, the devotee should arrange to offer me sugar candy, sweet rice, ghee, shashkuli, rice flour cakes, apupa, various sweet cakes, modaka, steamed rice flour dumplings
This
filled
one,
with sweet.
the Ganesh people offer this thing.
It is meant to be offered to the Lord.
But here he is asking you to offer to me. Yeah? Is it? What else?
Samyava, wheat cakes made with ghee and milk and covered with sugar and spices. Yogurt, vegetable soups, and other palatable foods.
You see that? Other than, so you don't say Patram Pushpam Palam, hello. Huh? You follow? So the Lord requires every pleasing food in the category of this. Rice, dal, sabji, this, that, sweet cakes, modaka, this, so many things. Yes. All cooked in what? Ghee. Right? So okay, we go back again. 7. this is clear, all these points. Huh? Yeah.
There is a one time you said in lecture that we said that we cannot offer like we cannot eat meat, right? But the eggs, like we sold on bus, particularly eggs, fish.
7, 15, 12, I think. Before that, 7, 15, 12, maybe 9, 12. Again, maybe 9, 7, no, 14, 12, what? 12. 10, or maybe next. Next. No. 7, 7, 15, 7.
A person truly about a religious principle should never offer anything like meat, eggs, or fish in the Shraddha ceremony. And even if one is a Kshatriya, he himself should not eat such things. When suitable food prepared with ghee is offered to saintly persons, the function is pleasing to the forefathers and the Supreme Lord, who are never pleased when animals are killed in the name of sacrifice.
When you read, it doesn't go into this. You understand? So people cannot hear this. You repeat this.
A person fully aware of religious principles should never offer anything like meat, eggs, or fish in the Shraddha ceremony. And even if one is a Kshatriya, he himself should not eat such things. When suitable food prepared with ghee is offered to saintly persons, the function is pleasing to the forefathers and the Supreme Lord, who are never pleased when animals are killed in the name of sacrifice.
But Prabhu, we see that for a Kshatriya, to maintain Rajaguna is very important. So if he doesn't eat meat, fish, egg, so like of course vegetable is there, but like
Bangari.
for a Kshatriya they need, right?
Bangari.
Not particularly.
So here I never put anything that Bengali Brahmin the excuse. Correct? The Lord is never pleased when animals are killed in the name of.
Sacrifice.
So this is all concoction. You understand? Introduced by some unscrupulous personalities. Ganga Prasad. Ganga? Not the Ganga Prasad shop in Roy Bazaar. They say what? The fish from Ganga is what? Understand? You cannot do this thing. They say very clearly, yes? Is it said? So we cannot do these things and must not do. Because this needy thing is in the mode of ignorance. Krishna said, everyone can come to me except the needy girl. Where he said that? Where he said that? No, Prabhu, there are never such words. Nivittata se upagiyamana. Huh? You know where it is? 10.1.4, I think, or 10.1.14, I think. Yeah, then one. Chant this verse.
निवृत्ततर्षैरुपगीयमानात् भवौषधच्छ्रोत्रमनोभिरामात् क उत्तमश्लोकगुणानुवादात् पुमान् विरज्येत विना पशुघ्नात्
See the word in Sanskrit then? Hello. Veena Virejita, woman Virejita, Veena Pasu Gana. Is that the word? Pasu Gana means what?
killing animals.
Killing of animals. Right? Understand? Translate.
Pashugnath, either a butcher or one who is killing his own personal existence.
The suicide means
The killer of the soul, again, there's so many verses of the killer of the soul. We will go to that later.
we can refer, like, can we refer suicide also in this context?
Yeah, spiritual suicide. Spiritual?
Glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is performed in the Parampara system. That is, it is conveyed from spiritual master to disciple. Such glorification is relished by those no longer interested in the false temporary glorification of this cosmic manifestation. Descriptions of the Lord are the right medicine for the conditioned soul undergoing repeated birth and death. Therefore, who will cease hearing such glorification of the Lord except a butcher or one who is killing his own self?
So that means anyone who is eating meat cannot go to the
Lord.
You understand? Meat eaters, huh? In fact, it's even more clear in this another verse, 6:16, 40, 41, 42. What are you doing? You read 41 first.
41 also?
Read 41 and then go to 42.
Okay. Being full of contradictions, all forms of religion but Bhagavad Dharma work under conceptions of fruitive results and distinctions of you and I and yours and mine. The followers of Srimad Bhagavatam have no such consciousness. They are all Krishna conscious, thinking that they are Krishna's and Krishna is theirs. There are other low-class religious systems which are contemplated for the killing of enemies or the gain of mystic power. But such religious systems, being full of passion and envy, are impure and temporary. Because they are full of envy, they are full of irreligion.
Is that other religion? Now, next verse.
How can a religious system that produces envy of oneself and of others be beneficial for oneself and for them? What is auspicious about following such a system? What is actually to be gained? By causing pain to one's own self due to self-envy and by causing pain to others, one arouses your anger and practices irreligion.
Is that causing pain to
Others.
You understand? Bhagavad Gita also has this. You know,
Pain to others.
Bhagavad Gita? What? Don't know. Hmm? 17, 19.
penance performed out of foolishness, with self-torture, or to destroy or injure others, is said to be in the mode of ignorance.
Another verse, 18, 5.
15,
5, 18, 20. No, 18, 20, I guess. No, it's the verse. 18, 25. Huh?
Yeah.
18, 20.
25.
Is it?
That action performed in illusion, in disregard of scriptural injunctions, and without concern for future bondage or for violence or distress caused to others, is said to be in the mode of ignorance.
Is it? So even the Gita we have committing,
Violence.
because there's another word is more, very more specific. 11, 5, 14.
Those sinful persons who are ignorant of actual religious principles, yet consider themselves to be completely pious, without compunction, commit violence against innocent animals who are fully trusting in them. In the next lives, such sinful persons will be eaten by the same creatures they have killed in this world.
This is very clear. Huh?
Mamsam.
Huh?
Mamsam. Manusamhita. Mamsa bhakshayita mutra yasya mamsam ihadmyam etan mamsasya mamsatvam pravadanti manishinaha. That creature whose flesh I am eating here and now will consume me in the next life. Thus meat is called mamsa as described by learned authorities.
Mam and Saha. Mam means me, Saha means
He.
you. So now I'm eating you, next life you eat me. That's why the word is Mamsa. Understand? You know the meaning of Mamsa? So if anyone eating meat, they think they are eating Mamsa means what? Next life they going to? Is that intelligent? I'm eating you, next life you eat me. Can. Foolish. Anyway, go back to the verse 7, 1, 19. They're not finished actually that part. We got distracted to other. No, 718. Is it?
8 was
18.
not 18. Yeah, that was 8. Similar mode of passion is permanent.
Next verse.
The all-pervading personality of Godhead exists within the heart of every living being, and an expert thinker can perceive how he is present there to a large or small extent. Just as one can understand the supply of fire in wood, the water in a water pot, or the sky within a pot, one can understand whether the living entity is a demon or a demigod by understanding the living entity's devotional performances. A thoughtful man can understand how much a person is favored by the Supreme Lord by seeing his actions.
Man is known by the action. Ye yeta mam prapadyante
Tamstateva
Ramateva According to your action, rewards accordingly. Understand? So all actions are based on the three modes of
Material nature.
next.
When the Supreme Personality of Godhead creates different types of bodies, offering a particular body to each living entity according to his character and fruitive action, describes all the qualities of material nature, Sattva Guna, Rajo Guna, and Tamo Guna. Then, as the Super Soul, he enters each body and influences the qualities of creation, maintenance, and annihilation using Sattva Guna for maintenance, Rajo Guna for creation, and Tamo Guna for annihilation.
Next.
O great King, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the controller of the material and spiritual energies, who is certainly the creator of the entire cosmos, creates the time factor to allow the material energy and the living entity to act within the limits of time. Thus, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is never under the time factor nor under the material energy.
Time I am, destroyer of the three worlds, follows me. Right? Next.
O King, this time factor enhances the Sattva Guna. Thus, although the Supreme Lord is a controller, he favors the demigods who are mostly situated in Sattva, who are influenced by Tamo Guna, are annihilated. The Supreme Lord induces the time factor to act in different ways, but he is never partial. Rather, his activities are glorious and therefore he is called Purushrava.
So this is the answer for that question. The time factor will deal with the individual. If he is keeping himself in the mode of passion, then accordingly it will be correct. For example, protecting dharma and all that, then the Lord will favor you. Yes, by your time. When you do something good, then the result will be also good. Correct? So now you do something bad, then the result will be bad. So it is influenced by what?
Time.
Understand? So because, just like I give the example, the judge. You go to the judge when you did some crime and the judge passes sentence, is the judge implicated? No. It's neutral. The same way, although it seems like the demons are getting punished and the devotees, the demigods are getting worshipped, blessed, it is influence of
Time.
so the God is neutral. He is not favoring the demon, nor he is favoring the.
Demigods.
So Duryodhana, he got his resultant reaction. Although the Lord is not very happy to see him get punished. What to speak about the Lord? Even the residents who in the higher planet are also not very happy to see punishment being what? Yesterday we read the verse, no? 2:2. What is that? 2:27. The residents of Brahmaloka, they are not influenced the birth that I think what 38. What is that? Residents of Satyaloka. What is that? We read. Hello.
2 to 28.
2:28. Okay, here. No. Not this was. Two to 27. See that here. In the planet of Satyaloka, there is neither bereavement, nor old age, nor death. There is no pain of any kind. Yes? This is the point. Therefore, there are no anxiety. Save that sometimes, due to consciousness, there is feeling of compassion for those unaware of the process of devotional service, who are subjected to unsurpassable miseries in the material world. That means they are what? They feel bad, they feel sad, they feel what? Compassionate. You understand? They are unhappy to see others
Suffering.
just like the Vaishnavas, the Paradukha. Understand? So if the Vaishnavas are feeling like that, naturally the Lord will feel more. Yes? Yes or no?
Yes.
So therefore the Lord is not happy in placing the living entities in the material world. And we already explained that. And more so, he is not happy to see that the living entities are undergoing what? Miseries. In fact, there's another story also how he visited hell. And he created Ekadasi. Actually, he created Pampa Purusha. Understand? There's another story in the. I think you know, right? You know the story, right?
Heard of this.
Huh? You know? You don't know. Okay, you tell him the story. But the class is going a little longer. Alright, so we will stop here. Any questions or comments on these points? Is it clear? Yeah.
Actually, I heard that Puri Pandas they eat meat sometimes. I don't know if that is true or false. You told that whoever is eating meat, they cannot go to the Lord. So, how can they are eating and they are
There's one verse in the Purana that said those people in Puri who eat fish are also going back to Radha.
But you showed one verse, right? That
Even though they eat fish, the Lord, that their pandas who born there, not some pandas come from outside.
no, no, they are traditional who are come serving
So
generation after
people who are
generation.
residents of Puri, even if they eat fish, they go.
But you showed one verse, right? CC Adi 15:9.
Huh?
You showed one verse, right? CC Adi 15:9. That says that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recommended his mother to observe Ekadashi and not eat anything while being in Puri. So
In
that,
Puri, in Puri.
like CC Adi, example CC Adi 15:9.
Yeah, I know the verse. He asked his mother to observe Ekadasi.
Yeah.
But
So,
she is from Bengal. But she is from Bengal. She is not from
only for Bengalis.
no,
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say Ekadasi for Bengalis.
no. Like in Jagannath Puri, usually they don't follow Ekadashi because
Yeah.
Ekadashi Puri is there.
Yeah, but the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stayed in Bengal. I'm sorry, in Puri.
Yeah,
So if he stayed in Puri and he asked his mother to do, and he do, then no need to do in Puri. This is compulsion, you know? Because the Pandavas want to sell their prasad. And if the Ekadasi nobody will eat, and the prasad have no money, yes. So they created this Ekadasi being arrested. You understand? This is not bona fide because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself stayed in Puri. Correct? So how can this be there? This is not correct. Yes? What you understand?
Yeah, this one.
No, but his question here, this question. Why there's a verse, I don't know the word, but in those even the residents of Puri eat fish, they still the Lord takes them. But there's a similar verse, 10:87:14. Go to the purport, huh? What is the verse? Go down. Krishna says, okay, Swayambhu Manu, the forefather, mankind. No.
He says,
No. Go down.
verse.
Yeah. Sri Krishna said this verse.
Tairaham pujaniyo.
Just read the translation.
Okay. For those who live in Bhadra Krishna, the district of Mathura, I am the object of all worship. Even if the residents of that place fail to properly cultivate the religious principles that one should observe in the Holy Land, they still become devoted to me just by virtue of living there. Even if Kali, the present age of quarrel, has them in his grip, they still get credit for living in this place. My devotee who lives in Mathura is just as dear to me as you, Brahma, and your sons, Rudra, and his followers, and goddess Shri, and my own self.
See that? Even they are under the grip of Kali. That is so. So the Lord still considers them. And He is liberated them. Okay? So please go back to Puri and eat your fish.
1087
What?
I was asking about it.
Unless you are resident, it's different. Yeah. All right. Anything else?
Like, Krishna has given free will to everybody.
Krishna and what?
Krishna has given free will to everybody. But what's the point of free will? If Maya is controlling the gunas, and according to the gunas, we are acting.
That's the meaning of free will.
Which guna we want to associate with?
Free will is what? Your choice. 4, 29, 26.
The living entity by nature has minute independence to choose his own good or bad fortune. But when he forgets his
God is what? Minute independent to choose.
his own
Free
good,
will to choose what? Own good or?
bad fortune.
But when he forgets the Supreme Master, the personality of God, he gives himself to the mortal material. That's the thing. It's not the whole subject is what? Choice. Whether you want to become demon or you want to become
Demigod.
you follow. It is not decided by the law. It is decided by
Yes.
understand, read on.
Being influenced by the modes of material nature, he identifies himself with the body and, for the interest of the body, becomes attached to various activities. Sometimes he is under the influence of the mode of ignorance, sometimes the mode of passion, and sometimes the mode of goodness. The living entity thus gets different types of bodies under the modes of material nature.
So the choice is whose? Karmana, Devika? Your choice. Yes.
But no, even though the choice is ours, but still Maya is so strong that it forces us to indulge in something which is not good. So that time it's fault of Maya, right? Like
He's saying that even though we may have the will to, say we have the will to get out of the modes of material nature, still Maya is inducing us to fall down, right?
Prabhupada said Maya's job to make sure you don't go and disturb Krishna. You understand that? Maya's job to make sure you what?
Don't go disturb Krishna.
So you have to become strong. You have to become,
Strong.
and that means what? You have to Mamcha Vyabhacharena.
Avyabhicharena bhakti yogena.
You cannot fall down. You cannot in your devotional. Then you are okay. But if you sleep, sleep, then what will happen? For choice. Sleeping is your choice or waking is your which one? What? Sleep, pain, Prabhu, body. Either body pain or mind pain. Which one you want? Which one you want? Think. Understand? That's why do or die, you have to what? Come, crawl, come. Because you will not be influenced by the modes of mental nature. You follow? You understand? Consequence? Maya will say, oh, you body pain, okay, excuse. Is this in there? Say that. Child put the hand on the fire, what?
Burn.
Burn. No excuse, no what? So don't be a fool. You understand? You know now what is happening. There are 3 modes of material. If I go under the mode, my life will be miserable. Is it? Force to take.
Different types of bodies.
You understand? Why I should do this? If I go there with Krishna, then Maya will not touch me. So better to be with Krishna. Yes, Hare Krishna, not in the afternoon, midnight or what. I like to chant my Lord at night, Prabhu. So nice, peaceful and quiet. Huh? And some of them say like, actually you are supposed to do at what time?
Morning.
Brahma Muhurta time. Yes? Alright. So everywhere there is time. You read? Time also what? Influenced by? So Krishna is kind. He made the Brahma Muhurta, Maya will not come. Yes? And if you sleep at that time, Lord Shiva gets very angry. He sends all the woes into your mind. Again?
Yes.
See? Understand?
Now, few people they argue right, who are very new to Krishna consciousness. But few people argue right, who are very new to Krishna consciousness. They say that chanting is enough, why do we devotional service? What is your first? You also said that this was verse where by devotional service you cross the modes of material nature. What is the verse?
That 1426. By devotional service, you cross over the mode and come to the
Brahmabhuta platform.
Mamcha Vyavacharena Bhakti Yogena Sevate. Bhakti?
Yoga.
Yes? You understand? Is it clear?
But he's saying that, he's asking that by like the neophyte and the people who are new, they will argue that chanting is enough. There is also Bhakti Yoga. Chanting is enough. Why you do other service?
What other service? Prasadam. You don't do prasadam. Huh? Okay, very good. You join us. No need to feed you. Yeah? You come here, you take some air, some water, it's okay. Eh? What a fool. What a? Understand? You have to explain to them properly. You understand? Devotional service begins with
Chanting.
begin from? Where is that word? Because Sravanam Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, yes?
Yes.
So there's another verse also. 6:3:22. I have shown this, I think,
Yeah.
a couple of times already. See that Sanskrit? Tam nama bhakti yoga bhagavati tam nama grahana adibhi.
Beginning with chanting of the
So
holy name.
devotional service start with, you see the translation.
Devotional service, beginning with the chanting of the holy name of the Lord, is the ultimate religious principle for the living entity in human society.
See? That means you say devotional service means it must be beginning with what?
Chanting.
Understand? And in Kali Yuga, even just chanting is enough. No need to do anything. But because we have this crazy mind, what mind? So devotional service must include the Pancharatrika
Vidhi.
worship of the
Deities.
otherwise you cannot control your mind. Cannot? Unless you are like Haridas Thakur. Yeah? See, here, Haridas Thakur. So you must follow the rules and regulations, worship deity. Why? So the mind becomes,
Control.
and you can engage your mind in. We are not in the position of Haridas. That anywhere you sit and you can think of Krishna. Anyway, you see who you think. Krishna. Paramahamsa. Paramahamsa. So please understand how dangerous the mind is. Correct? So deity worship and what? And chanting. Chanting is what? Bhagavad Gita. Deity worship is
Pancharatri Vidhi.
9169.
These activities are called Shuddha Bhakti, pure devotional service. If one renders such pure devotional service, he develops his original love for Krishna in due course of time. In Vedic literatures like the Pancharatras and Srimad Bhagavatam, these symptoms are described.
So, Pancharatra and
Bhagavatam.
only Bhagavatam. Hello? Oh, nonsense.
So, one last question. Few people argue, right? They don't agree with the Krishna being the supreme personality of Godhead. They say you can worship the other demigods as well. So, what is the verse to show them that demigods are just managing and Krishna is the supreme? What is the verse?
So many verses. Millions of verses.
But one particular verse we can show to Sundar Gopāl generally.
What?
Is there any one particular verse that we can show while preaching? People generally argue and they don't.
Lord Shiva is saying, of all worship, Vishnu worship is the
Topmost.
11:31. 11:31 Madhya. This verse is from Lord Shiva. I think the book, On the Way to Krishna. So many. I mean, I get classes of the classes. This one, you see, read the translation.
Lord Shiva told the goddess Durga, "My dear Devi, although the Vedas recommend worship of demigods, the worship of Lord Vishnu is topmost."
Yes? No, we got some more. Are you? No? You want some more?
Actually, Krishnadas Kavira has 9 processes of devotional service, and among the 9 processes of devotional service, Shravanam and Kirtanam is the most important. So, how to understand this?
13107.
Simply by chanting the holy name of Krishna, once a person is relieved from all the reactions of sinful life, one can complete the 9 processes of devotional service simply by chanting the holy name.
Yes? How to understand? Yes? Chanting is the beginning and chanting is the end. And in Kali Yuga, Hare Nam, Hare Nam, Hare Nam, there's no
other way.
No other way. Yes? So that's how you explain. How to understand only way you can do it. In Kali Yuga, there's no other way that can help you. Right? So you put Harinam will come 611, our Gita. Of course, it's there in 1723 or something. But I like to show here because you always have your Gita in your hand. Yeah? So, quick reference, you understand? Okay? You know? 17:21. Can you go to the translation? Go to the translation.
In this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, the only means of deliverance is chanting the holy name of the Lord. There is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way.
So, what do you want to do? Meditation. Huh? What? What is meditation?
If somebody says that we don't need to do other devotional service and Rachanam, these things we will need to chant and doing.
You sit in the temple and chant only. Don't expect prasadam. Chanting is your prasadam. Yeah? You want prasadam, you drink water. Water will give you some air. You follow? So all these other things are also required. Because the body requires something. You know?
Sleep,
Eating, mating, sleeping.
defending.
All things are required for the maintenance of the keep of the body. But the process is there. I showed the verse. 1853. In order to increase your devotional service, these are the things.
Being purified by his intelligence and controlling the mind with determination, giving up the objects of sense gratification, being free from attachment and hatred, one who lives in a secluded place, who eats little,
Who eats one? Hello? 3 times a day. What? Next.
who controls his body, mind, and power of speech, who is always in trance and who is detached, free from false ego, false strength, false pride, lust, anger, and acceptance of material things, free from false proprietorship and peaceful, such a person of self-realization.
Again, yes? Krishna is there?
Little.
Hello? Everywhere in the Gita is saying we eat little. No? Yes? Correct? So everything is covered in the books, just that you need to know where to get it, that's all. Right? Okay, we have gone over time today, 10:25 already. We can just go straight.